Hi, welcome back to BuonaPappa. Today we're going to talk together about the best cooking methods for baby food. When you're cooking for your baby, these are basically your goals. On one side, you want the food to be cooked and tender, so that your little one will be able to eat it and to easily digest it. On the other side, as you're using fresh, seasonal, organic and healthy ingredients, you really want to keep the taste and most of all the nutrients of the food. And those two goals, sometimes they do not go very well together, because the true fact is that any food that is cooked at high temperature or is immersed in water for a long time loses a lot of good nutrients. So how to keep the taste and nutrients but at the same time cook the food? From my personal experience, the first method that I really like and I truly suggest to you is steaming. Steaming is a basic concept. You take a pot, fill it with some water, the water boils, you put the steamer on top with the vegetables or any food that you want to steam, and when the water will boil, the water will create steam. The steam will reach the food and basically will nicely and slowly cook the food. The food is not soaked in the water and it's not cooked at very high temperature, so that there is a minimum dispersion of minerals and vitamins. Steaming is a great way to preserve the fresh taste of the food and also to keep a lot of nutrients inside the food. That's why I really like it. Also, when you steam something, you can use the leftover of the water to thin your baby food, so that whatever goes in the water, you will have it back in your baby food. Also, steaming doesn't require a lot of expensive tools. The basic one is that traditional pot, and you can just buy the steamer attachment and you can put on top of your pot, and when the water boils, you can just cover with the lid and that's a steamer. Or easier, you can buy this kind of, portable steamer that you can just place inside of your regular pot and it will fit any size, and just cover with the lid, and that's another way of steaming. If you do not have space in the kitchen and you do not want to buy an extra tool, you can just take a regular colander, and I'm sure you have it at home, and you can just place the colander on top of a pan so that it kind of fits, and just when the water is boiling, cover it with the lid. This is a very handmade steamer that works. That's the important thing. Second way, very good too, roasting in the oven. Basically, you dry out the food at a moderate heat of 350 Fahrenheit, that is 180 Celsius. And I really like this method as it enhances and really brings out the flavor of the foods. It's a wonderful way to cook either vegetables or fruit, because what happens is that the heat turns the starch into the fruit and vegetables into sugars, and with the heat the sugar will caramelize, creating an incredible tasty sweet flavor. Not only, the heat makes the extra water contained in the fruit and vegetables evaporate, and it means that the taste is even more concentrated at the end. So you will have a powerful, intense flavor, and it will be very easy to prepare. At the same time, the loss of nutrients, it's very limited with roasting, and the food is very easy to digest. So, thumbs up. The third method, it's a mix between steaming and roasting. Basically, it's baking with foil. You will just need an aluminum foil, and it's super easy. You will just wrap the food in some aluminum foil, forming a package that is nicely closed. You will bake the package in the oven, usually at a temperature of around 400 Fahrenheit degrees, that is 180 Celsius. The method is very similar to steaming, because the heat will create a steam inside the package, and the steam will slowly cook your food, but at the same time will keep your food moist, because the steam will go down back because the package is closed, so the steam will not get out. In this way too, you're not going to lose a lot of nutrients nor taste. That's why other thumbs up. Fourth way, microwaving. It's easy. You just chop the food in small pieces, you place them in a microwave safe container, and usually I use either ceramic or glass. You put just a tiny amount of water, you cover it with a paper towel, and usually I use a damp paper towel with some water on top, and then I microwave the food in order to get it tender and cooked. As this method requires just a splash of water, so a minimum amount of water, this way is very good too because the loss of nutrients is very low. Also, it's a very fast and quick way if you do not have a lot of time. And I know that there are a lot of concerns about cooking with the microwave. The scientific fact is that it's safe if you just follow the manufacturer's instructions about how to use your microwave, and most of all, if you use microwave safe containers. Boiling, that's another way of cooking baby food. Of course, we said at the beginning, if you put any food for a long time at high temperatures in water, you will lose a lot of nutrients. That's why boiling, compared to the other methods, is the one that loses the highest amount of nutrients, because basically the food is submerged in water and the water boils, so it's very high temperature. Still, boiling, it's a good method to cook for babies, most of all when you want to use the boiling water. I will give you an example. When you boil some vegetables, you can use the boiling water as a vegetable broth. Also, when you boil, you just try to use the minimum amount of water required by the recipe, and you cook it at medium temperature, not high temperature. I really hope this video will be helpful to you. If you have any questions or any comments, leave them in the area below. I will be more than happy to reply. And we are going to see each other next week with another recipe from BuonaPappa. And as always, buona pappa a tutti. Ciao!